Hey, what's up, peeps? It's your friendly neighborhood YouTuber, and we are back at it again with another action figure review. Or maybe I should go about saying it's another action figure showcase, just to make it sound more sophisticated, right? Because everybody does action figure reviews, but nobody does action figure showcases. Showcases. And we are back with this Build-A-Figure Wendigo Build-A-Figure. Did I just repeat myself? I think I repeated myself. Okay, guys, now, when we left off, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I've wanted to customize this Wendigo Build-A-Figure, guys. But I actually like this Wendigo Build-A-Figure as is. So guess what? I decided not to customize this figure. I know, right? Because he's actually pretty cool, pretty damn perfect in person. I didn't think I would like him as much as I do, but this Wendigo Build-A-Figure was actually it's actually pretty nice. Now, with that being said, let me tell you what the hell happened. So when I was customizing, I actually tried to customize this figure. I added some blue paint onto his body. I let it dry, picked him up, and the paint was all over my hands. I thought it was permanent paint. Come to realize it was the kind of paint that washed off. So he didn't really look any different, much different, with the blue paint all over his body. And then, when I got done, he looked all right, but the paint was all over my hands. I figure, okay, there's no way, to keep the paint on him unless I use like a matte spray or what have you. But even then, I didn't even want to do that. And I said to myself, you know what? I like him all white. I liked him as is. And this is how accurate he was in the comic book. Wendigo is actually an all-white figure. All-white snowman, Sasquatch, whatever you want to call him. Speaking of the Sasquatch, there's my customized Sasquatch over there. And then to the right is my customized Man-Thing. I was going to say Swamp Thing. So, yeah, I did an entire video of the before of me putting Wendigo together, and after all that, after customizing him and then washing the paint off of him, I realized that I like him as is. Okay, so with all that being said, we are going to take a look at this customized, not customized, actually this Build-A-Figure Wendigo, because I didn't do anything to customize this Wendigo, guys. I tried to add some black wash onto his arm, as you guys can see right there, and I tried to touch it up with some white paint. I'll probably go over it some more with some white paint, but I just didn't want to add any black wash over this white paint because I just really liked it. I didn't feel like the need to customize it. With this Sasquatch, I used brown paint to cover up a lot of the orange and then some black wash as well to give him a little bit more detail, because I feel like Sasquatch is a dirty figure because he lives in the woods and he's Sasquatch, so he can't be that clean. And I understand, yeah, he was orange and, he's based on the comic book. He's not actually based on the Sasquatch, but I wanted to customize him nonetheless, and that was my customization of Sasquatch. So before we do any comparisons, guys, we'll take a look at this Wendigo Build-A-Figure. And yes, there are some pieces that are the same with this Sasquatch, and there are some pieces that are not. So let's take a look at this Wendigo Build-A-Figure, and then, like I said, we'll do a comparison of Sasquatch and see what's the same and what's not the same. So, articulation. Head is on a ball joint. Beautifully detailed head. You can get his head to look down that much, up that much. He does have some nice breaks, great bends as usual, because this is a pretty awesome Marvel Legend Build-A-Figure. As you can see, some paint is coming off as well. That's my paint that I put on there. He's got a nice waist swivel. He's got great bend, great brakes. Look at that. He's got a hole in his chest. He's got waist swivel. I think I've already said that. He's got brakes at the upper thighs. He's got some good bend there. Double jointed knees. Really, really nice. And ankle pivoting, ankle articulation. No, it would have been nice if they gave us some articulated toes like they did with Beast, but beggars can't be choosers. And it has that weird ball joint too. Same thing with his neck. They had this fat ball joint at his ankles. And you can get his ankles to do all kinds of pivoting. Overall, a very, very nice figure. I was very surprised, guys, because when I seen him, I was like, oh, I can customize him and make him better. But I realized he is pretty awesome. Nice blue touch for his fur, and then the white over his blue. And I just like the simple indications of the blue, the dark blue, the light blue, a little bit of the grayish blue. The tail right here, it plugs into his butt. It's not a bendy wire, but it's a tail that rotates. We've seen that with Nightcrawler. And that's something that Sasquatch doesn't have. He doesn't have a tail. Which is, I find, kind of weird, right? Because the Sasquatch figure, I'm just talking about folklore of Sasquatch. You know, you think Sasquatch is based on, he's evolved from monkeys, right? You think he would have a tail, but then again, if he's half man and half monkey, then maybe he doesn't have a tail. So I don't know. Maybe I'm in too deep of a thought, or I think about things a little bit too much. Okay, so you've seen Wendigo. So let's do some comparisons here and what is what. So the arms are they are the same. You can see in the fur that they're very much the same. The arms are very much the same, but the hands are not. There's the fisted hand, and these are like half open, half closed hands. It would have been nice if he came with like a fist and an open hand like Sasquatch right here. But he comes with like half open hands, which is pretty nice, I guess. It would have been nice if they, you know, did his nails blue as well. But I'm okay with how his hands are, so I'm not choosy. It would be nice if they would have painted his nails as well blue. I could have painted his nails. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to customize him. But, you know, I like him for what he is and who he is. Okay, head sculpt, you know, is different, of course. Now, the torso is the same. A lot of people say it's different, but the torso, the chest area, is the same as Sasquatch. So the chest area and the arms are the same, the hands are not, and the head sculpt is not. And also you can see this fur on his back, Sasquatch, and then you got the fur right here. It's a different kind of fur, but it's the same kind of technique that they used. And it's different. It's a different kind of fur, where Sasquatch is more rugged and Wendigo is more fluid. It's more flowing. You see what I'm saying? There's ruggedness and there's kind of like fluidness. Legs. Well, let's see. I mean, the same thing with his pelvis area, or yeah, I guess his pelvis. I guess I'm saying that right, pelvis. As you can see, this is more of a longer version than this right here. This is more of a shorter version. But it does look like the same thing, except it's just longer. See what I'm saying? So essentially it's the same thing, but this is just longer. It's probably the same mold, but they just made it longer. Legs are the same. The legs are the same. As you can see, lift this arm up. See how it looks. It's the same. The feet are not. Sasquatch has these feet right here that kind of look like a monkey, kind of look like hands, and then Wendigo has the pointy toenails, pointed toenails, pointed feet. And then, of course, the back, Wendigo. Man, I can't speak today. I apologize. Wendigo has the tail on the back, and Sasquatch does not. So essentially, it's the same body, except different hands, different feet, and a different head sculpt. And how they size up, let's see, they should be about even, but the head sculpts are different. So Wendigo is taller because of his head sculpt. His head comes up a little bit more, where Sasquatch drops down. So here is Man-Thing with Wendigo. My custom Man-Thing. If you guys didn't see it, my custom review, check it out. I didn't really do much other than add green paint and black over this Man-Thing. So if you guys didn't see that, check that out. I'll show you what I did. I can't remember what the hell I did, but yeah, that's what I did. And added some more detail to the face as well. So guys, okay, so let's measure this Wendigo Build-A-Figure, and I'll let you know if he is worth the build or not. Okay, so Wendigo stands at just a little bit under 8 inches tall. So Juggernaut is at 8 inches tall, so he's not as big as Juggernaut. Okay, guys, on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, listen, guys, I'm actually glad that I bought all these figures to complete this Build-A-Figure. I feel accomplished, right? I feel accomplished. I think they did an amazing job with this Wendigo Build-A-Figure. And the wave actually was a pretty good wave. I have to admit, all the figures from the wave were good. Cannonball was unique. The only figure that I didn't review yet was the Canadian, the guard. I can't, it's not coming to me. But I had to get that figure to get the torso and the tail for this Wendigo Build-A-Figure. That's how they get you, man. They make you buy figures you don't even want. But I haven't reviewed that figure, so I'm not for sure about that figure yet. But on a scale from 1 to 10, with 10 being the highest, I'm going to be very generous, and I'm going to give him a solid 8, guys. I definitely do think he's worth the build. I definitely do think you should pick him up. I think he's a pretty cool Build-A-Figure. And listen, if you don't like him, or if you somewhat like him on camera, I guarantee when you build him, you're gonna like him even more in person, because, you know, showing you this guy on camera doesn't do it justice, man. You have to have this figure in your hand to understand what the hell I'm talking about. And he's a really awesome figure. I highly recommend this Build-A-Figure Wendigo. And he is an awesome figure. Focus, camera. The detail on the face, the blood on the teeth, the red eyes. It's a beautiful face sculpt. I love the hair on his face, the hair on his chin, the long hair, the pointy ears, the tail, the body. I think they did an amazing job with this Wendigo Build-A-Figure, and I highly recommend it, guys. If you haven't gotten this wave, I recommend this wave. It is a pretty awesome wave. I mean, it's got Nightcrawler, Wolverine. That Wolverine X-Force is really awesome. Mr. Sinister is top, in my opinion, top 10 of the year. And like I said, Hasbro, they've done an amazing job. Marvel Legends have done an amazing job, and I highly recommend this figure, guys. So go pick it up. Go pick up the figures, build this figure, and I guarantee you will not be disappointed. So we'll leave it at that, guys. Tell me what you think of this Build-A-Figure. And sorry for the long video. I carry on. I tend to carry on and yap for too long. So tell me what you think of this Build-A-Figure. Do you like him? Do you own him? Are you going to build him now after you saw him or now after I recommended it? So we'll leave it at that, guys. Tell me what you think. Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to see more cool, awesome reviews like this. And there you guys have it. There was my little review of Wendigo Build-A-Figure. I just want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye!